Hey there, 6A. This little information here is all about the 24-hour time, AM and PM. You know, AM stands for anti-meridian, and PM means post-meridian. So, in the middle of the day, where roughly the sun is at its peak, we're looking at 12. Anything prior to that, which means before that, from the middle of the night, at midnight, middle of the night, where your clock would go back to 0000. Okay, it might say, you might be thinking, oh, it's 12 o'clock, but almost like the day starts at that particular time. You should be bed, but think of the time as 0. And in the 24-hour time, in AM, we're looking at from midnight to midday, here's our 12 hours. So 6 AM would be 6. 9 AM would be 9. 12 in the middle of the day, or midday, that's anything before that, we're talking AM. As soon as it hits this 12, now we're looking at PM. So the next 12 hours, we're talking PM. So if we add 1 hour to that, that would be 1 o'clock, or 1 PM, but also in the 24-hour time, we'd add 12 hours to that, which would make it 1300. If we add 3 hours to that, you can see that says 1500, which is 3 o'clock. If we add 6 hours to the middle of the day, 12 plus 6 is 1800, or 6 PM. So anything after midday, we're talking PM. When it comes to midnight, then we go back to AM. So just bear in mind that this is the AM and PM on the 24-hour clock. We'll now look at how we can apply this to some of our work here. In our Mathletics booklet, this timetable uses 24-hour time. They're often used to show transport schedules or like a timetable. It is very important to make sure you can read it, just in case you go on a trip somewhere, you need to know what terminal it is or what bus you need to catch and what time. So when we're planning our journeys, we need to understand this. In this particular case here, we've got Cleethorpes, Grimsby, Kilby, Village, Humber Bridge, Hull. So this is the order that, in this case, the bus will turn up. It turns up at this place here first, then it comes to Grimsby. Then it goes to Kilby, Humber, and then Hull. So the first bus comes at 9 o'clock. The next bus that it will come past Cleethorpes is 10 o'clock. The next bus that turns up there will be 11 o'clock. So these are going up in increments of 1 hour time slots. The bus will turn up every hour. Now, that's going across, going down this particular way. Bus 1 turns up at Cleethorpes at 9 o'clock. It then travels to Grimsby, which takes from 9 o'clock to 10:15, is 1 hour 15 minutes. That's where it picks up the next lot of people, and it might drop off some people. The next drop is at 11 o'clock, Kilby Village. Next one is Humber Bridge, 13:45, which means PM because we're after the 12-hour time. So if I took 12 hours away from 13:45, 13 minus 12 would leave 1, so it would be 1:45 PM. And then Hull would be the last stop at 14:10, take 12 hours away from 14, would be 2:10 PM. Some of these places have gaps. So, what do you think that might mean? Yep, the bus does not come at that particular time. So in this case here, I can see there's a bus 1, bus 2, bus 3, bus 4 every hour, but there's no bus 5 coming and stopping at Cleethorpes. And you'd think it'd be there at 1 o'clock. No, that's it. The last bus is at 12 o'clock. So in this particular case, the bus 3 for Cleethorpes, it would stop at Grimsby. It would drive straight past Kilby. It would not stop. You would not catch the bus. So the next stop would be at Humber Bridge. So wherever there's a gap, The bus does not stop there, just drives straight past. So bear that in mind. Let's look at a question, or two questions. How long does it take to get from Cleethorpes to Kelby Village? Cleethorpes, I'll look at bus 1 for example, 9 o'clock. Kelby Village, it says 11. And so I could do a number line, or you might do 11 take away 9. You get the same result. 2 hours. It'll take 2 hours. Just double check. Let's try bus 2. 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Yep, that's 2 hours difference, so it does take 2 hours. Next question, it says, how long does it take to get from... Oh, actually, I'm just going to question C. How often does the bus leave from Cleethorpes? How often? And I think we covered that. Leaves here at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. There's no bus 5, so it must mean 4 times, isn't it? 4 times it leaves. So you have to use this timetable to work out how long it takes to get to somewhere, which bus you might need to catch. If I said, which bus, actually there is a question on here, it says here, if I was leaving from Cleethorpes and I needed to get to Humber Bridge by 2 p.m, that means you have to be there, when it says by 2 p.m, that means before 2 p.m. And often that means you're referring to the one that's closest to 2 p.m, but before 2 p.m. So, which bus should I catch? So, Cleethorpes, Humber Bridge by 2 p.m. Cleethorpes, Humber Bridge by 2 p.m. So, Humber Bridge is here. Cleethorpes, if I catch bus 1, I can be there at 13:45. That seems good, I can do that. If I catch it at 10 o'clock, I will be there at 14:45, which means it's after. So I can't catch any of these buses. I'd have to catch bus 1. Bus 1. And that's pretty much the basics of that particular timetable and the questions that go with it.